I would like to welcome you to the January 23rd, 2024 meeting of the City Plan Commission. Before we begin, I will outline the procedure that we will follow for our public hearing. As each agenda item is called, the applicant or his or her representatives and persons for the request will be allowed to speak. Then persons against the request will be allowed to speak. If there is opposition to the request, the applicant will be allowed to make a short rebuttal. All persons wishing to speak need to come to the microphone at the front of the room. Please state your name and address for the record. All statements made should be relevant to agenda item and be limited to 3 minutes. If there are several persons in favor or opposed to a request, we encourage you to allow 1 or 2 people to act as spokesperson for the group. If you like, a spokesperson for a group may request that the group stand and be recognized. While public discourse is very important to the Commission, we have to maintain order in the meeting so that all persons may be heard and city business may be conducted. If so directed by me, the Sergeant at Arms shall remove from this meeting any person while addressing the Commission or while attending the Commission meeting that makes personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks, who becomes boisterous, or makes unauthorized remarks from the audience, stomping of feet, whistles, yells, or similar demonstrations. The Commission members have reviewed each of these items in a previous work session. The recommendations we make tonight to the City Council will be based on the work session and the information provided by staff, as well as any additional information presented tonight. After completing the hearing on each item, the Commission will consider action on the item. The action taken tonight on all items, excluding the plats, will be in the form of a recommendation to the City Council. The City Council will also conduct a hearing on all items, excluding plats. And this meeting will be held on Tuesday, February 6, 2024, in the Bosque Theater of the Waco Convention Center, 100 Washington Avenue. The record and recommendation of the Plan Commission and new testimony will be considered by the Council at that time. The first item on our agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes of our December 18th, 2023 work session and business meeting. Do we have any changes or additions? Seeing none, they stand approved as written. Our first item of business tonight will be the final plat of the Texas Central South Edition, Lot 5, Block 3. City staff, what is the recommendation?
Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, this is a public hearing on the final plat of the Texas Central South Edition, Lot 5, Block 3. As of today, all items requested have been corrected, and therefore staff recommends approval of this final plat.
Is the applicant or his or her representative present to speak on this item? Is anyone here would like to speak in opposition of this item? Seeing none, we will entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. City staff, please poll the Commission.
Allen?
Yay.
Emmer?
Yes.
Beamer?
Yes.
Lozano,
Yes.
Ramos,
Yes.
Salami,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Cole.
Okay, we will now move on to zoning applications. In case Z-24-1, what is city staff's recommendation?
Members of the Commission, this is a public hearing on a request from Anna Creo of Creo Engineering on behalf of Robert Horton for property known as 2300 South New Road, property ID 167721, generally located between South New Road, Bagby Avenue, and Kendrick Lane, further described as follows. Part A, land use designation change from medium-density residential office flex to mixed-use flex. 6.575 acres of land located in the TJ Chambers Survey, abstract number 7, McLennan County, Texas, and being a portion of the tract of land conveyed to High Five Trust, BJA, Mark, by the deed recorded in instrument number 2022017132 of the official public records of McLennan County, Texas. Part 2, rezone from R1B to C2, 6.575 acres of land located in the TJ Chambers Survey, abstract number 7, McLennan County, Texas, and being a portion of the tract of land conveyed to High Five Trust, BJA, Mark, by the deed recorded in instrument number 2022017132 of the official public records of McLennan County, Texas. Part 3 of the application, rezone from R1B to R3C, 3 tracts being 45.177 total acres, further described as a 15 .364 acres of land located in the TJ Chambers Survey, abstract number 7, McLennan County, Texas, being a portion of the tract of land conveyed to High Five Trust, BJA Mark, by the deed recorded in instrument number 2022017-132 of the official public records of McLennan County, Texas. And B, 15.441 acres of land located in the TJ Chambers Survey, abstract number 7, McLennan County, Texas, and being a portion of the tract of land conveyed to High Five Trust, BJA Mark, by the deed recorded in instrument number 2022107-132 of the official public records of McLennan County, Texas. And tract C, 14.372 acres of land located in the TJ Chambers Survey, abstract number 7, McLennan County, Texas, and being a portion of the tract of land conveyed to High Five Trust, BJA Mark, by the deed recorded in instrument number 2022017-132 of the official public records of McLennan County, Texas. Planning Services mailed out 58 notices, and we have received 0 comment letters returned in opposition. Planning Services recommends approval. I'm going to break this into the 3 parts. So Planning Services recommends approval of the land use designation change of Tract 1 as shown in the exhibit from medium-density residential office flex to mixed-use flex based on the following findings. Number 1, the public infrastructure is adequate to provide for zoning districts allowed in the proposed mixed-use flex land use designation. Number 2, the property is located in close proximity of 2 major thoroughfares, New Road and Interstate 35. Part 2, Planning Services recommends approval of the request to change the zoning of Tract 1 as shown in the exhibit from R1B to C2 based on the following findings. 1, the proposed zoning is in keeping with the land use component of the comprehensive plan. 2, the property meets all the area and width requirements for the C2 zoning district. 3, the proposed C2 zoning is the dominant zoning along I-35 and south of New Road. Number 4, the public infrastructure is adequate to provide for uses allowed in the C2 zoning district. Part 3 of the request, Planning Services recommends approval of the request to change the zoning of tracts 2, 3, and 4 as shown in the exhibit from R1B to R3C based on the following findings. 1, the proposed zoning is in keeping with the land use component of the comprehensive plan. 2, the property meets all the area width requirements for the C3 zoning district. And 3, the proposed R3C zoning would act as a buffer between more commercial uses along I-35 and south of New Road to the more residential uses north of the subject property.
Is there anyone present who would like to speak on behalf of this item? Please just state your name and address.
Good evening. My name is Anna Carrillo with Carrillo Engineering. I am the civil engineer representing the owner of the property. My address is 9001 Airport Freeway, North Richland Hills. Just want to make myself available for any questions. Tonight I request your approval of the items that were just described. We have been fortunate enough to have been working with staff for some time now and are meeting all of the requirements. We also understand that there's several other things that we need to do, like a traffic study, drainage study, water and sewer, that we are starting to work on. And then the other update I just want to give you is we have reached out to some of the neighborhoods adjacent to the development, and we have received no response at this point. So, but we will continue to work closely with anybody that shows interest and wants and has any questions. So thank you for that.
See no questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak on behalf of this item? Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition to this item? Hearing none, we will now close the public hearing and entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve per city staff recommendation, the zoning application.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Vickers and a second by Mr. Embry. City staff, please poll the commission.
Allen?
Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
Lozano?
Yes.
Ramos?
Yes.
Salome?
Yes.
Vickers?
Yes.
Cole?
Yes. For item Z-24-2, what is city staff's recommendation?
Mr. Chair, members of the commission, this is a public hearing on a request to rezone Lot 3, Block 1, H.L. McCormick Edition, known as 1700 LaSalle Avenue. Request is to rezone the property from C5 Service Commercial District to C2 Community Commercial District. Staff mailed out 15 notices, and 0 notices were received at the time of the report preparation. Planning Services recommends approval of this request to change the zoning from C5 to C2 based on the following findings. Number 1, the proposed zoning is in keeping with the land use component of the comprehensive plan. Number 2, the existing C5 zoning will eventually be eliminated per the recommendation of the comprehensive plan. 3, the property meets all the area and width requirements for the C2 zoning district. And 4, the proposed change complements the LaSalle Avenue strategic plan.
Thank you. Do we have anyone present that would like to speak on behalf of this item? Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition to this item? Hearing none, we will now close the public hearing. Do we have a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Ramos, second by Mr. Vickers. City staff, please poll the commission.
Allen? Yay. Embry? Yes. Ingram?
Yes.
Lozano? Yes. Ramos?
Yes.
Salome?
Yes.
Smith? Yes. Vickers?
Yes.
Cole?
Yes. For item 7-24-3, what is city staff's recommendation?
Mr. Chair, members of the commission, this is a public hearing on a request from Georgia and Jeff Crowhurst for a rezone request from R2 to O3 for property located at 2004 North 4th Street. Planning Services mailed out 20 notices and had 0 return. Planning Services recommends disapproval of this request to change the zoning from R2 to O3 based on the following findings. 1, the existing R2 zoning is more compatible with the adjacent residential uses along North 4th between Proctor and Ellis than the proposed O3 zoning. 2, rezoning only one lot within the block face along South 4th Street is not supported, as this could be spot zoning. Staff could be supportive of a zone change request for a contiguous multiple lot rezoning along the block facing South 4th Street.
Here that would like to speak on behalf of this item? That would like to speak in opposition to this item? Please approach the podium and just state your name and address.
My name is Rachel Lucas. My address is 1646 Alta Vista Loop, Temple. And I'm here with my mother, Harriet Foreman, and she is the owner of 2004 North 4th Street. She says to her recollection, she never did receive any of the notices that you just mentioned, and she is unfamiliar with the nature of the rezoning, and she would like to seek legal counsel. And that's it. Thank you.
Is there anybody else present that would like to speak in opposition to this item? Before we close the public hearing, do any commissioners have any questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll now close the public hearing and entertain a motion.
I move that we recommend disapproval of the rezoning based on staff finding.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Mr. Ramos. City staff, please poll the commission.
Allen?
Yay.
Embry?
Yes.
Ingram?
Yes.
Lane? Oh, sorry. Lozano?
Yes.
Ramos?
Yes.
Salome? Yes. Smith?
Yes.
Vickers?
Yes.
Cole?
We'll now move to abandonments. For item ABD-24-1, what is city staff's recommendation?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, members of the commission, this is a public hearing on request from Adam Whitfield of CP&Y DBA STV Infrastructure on behalf of the St. Louis Church for abandonment of a 1.396 acre tract of Windsor Avenue right-of-way, being the right-of-way located between North 23rd Street and North 25th Street, and described as a 1.396 acre tract of land situated in the J. Bennett Survey Abstract Number 136, McLennan County, Texas. And being all of the called 80-foot wide right-of-way known as Windsor Avenue and bounded by 23rd Street, 25th Street, and Block 3 and 4 of the University Heights Edition, according to the final plat thereof, as recorded in Volume 65, page 613 of the deed records of McLennan County, Texas. We did mail out 10 notices and it had 0 return. Staff does recommend approval of the abandonment based on the following findings and conditions. The findings are that based on the provided traffic impact analysis and proposed site plan, the right-of-way is not necessary for the proper flow of traffic or for emergency vehicle access to the area or adjacent properties. 2, the utility access and drainage for surrounding properties are not adversely impacted by the abandonment of the right-of-way. And 3, the abandonment and closure of Windsor Avenue to through traffic is recommended for the safety of pedestrians circulating between facilities. We do have 3 conditions: that a general utility easement shall be retained for the abandonment area, that a 20-foot sanitary sewer and a 15-foot water easement, in addition to the general utility easement, be provided. And then development of the abandoned right-of-way must maintain emergency access to the existing buildings on the property as shown on the proposed site plan.
Is there anyone present that would like to speak on behalf of this item? Please just state your name and address.
I'm David Mark. I live at 115 Bold Springs Court in West Texas, and I'm here on behalf of the applicant, St. Louis Church, actually. And as Clint mentioned, I just want to reiterate why we're here tonight. The abandonment of Windsor allows St. Louis, which owns property on both sides of Windsor, to operate as a cohesive campus. Right now, there's a gym on one side of the street that basically the students can't use because there's a public street going right through the center. So I ask that you give a recommendation of approval of this to council, because once again, we're here to make a safer environment for the students and the children that, go to the church and the school. And that's why we're here. And of course, I'm also an engineer here in town, so if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll be happy if I can answer them.
Do we have any questions from the commission? Thank you.
I'm the applicant himself, the representative of the parish, and Ryan Higdon, 2001 North 25th Street. I live at that church. I just want to add that it would add a lot of great added security and convenience for the community itself. And what wasn't mentioned was we very much want to add to the beautification of the 25th Street corridor. If you'll see in the plan, there's actually a park-like environments that we want to add and really just beautify the entire campus and the community as well. So the community and around already uses our property in a park-like environment. We just really want to add to that.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is George Jessic. I reside at 4608 Glenwood Circle here in Waco. I am a member of the St. Louis Catholic Church Parish, and as a retired architect, I've been involved in the master planning of all of this, and I just wanted to echo what you have just heard from the other 2 gentlemen, and we hope that you support this. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Is there anybody that would like to speak in opposition to this item? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing and entertain a motion.
Make a motion to recommend approval based on staff findings.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Embry and a second by Mr. Ramos. Please poll the commission.
Allen?
Yay.
Embry? Yes. Ingram?
Yes.
Lozano?
Yes.
Ramos?
Yes.
Salon?
Yes.
Smith? Yes. Vickers?
Yes.
Cole?
Yes. That will conclude our Plan Commission meeting, and we will adjourn at 7:20.